Excuse me. Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're going to speak about Dynamite, August 16th, 2023. Tony Taz, Excalibur, and we're, yeah, boy, I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up for this show. Fight for the Fallen. Maui Food Bank, they're supporting for everybody in Hawaii with the fires and everything. Nothing but love and respect. And I hope they raise a good amount of money and everything. But we're in Nashville. We in Nashville. And it was a show indeed. This show is packed from top to bottom. And real quick before I start this, someone asked me, like, how come you have not commented on what Punk has said about Hangman Adam Page? And I CM Punk is CM Punk. CM Punk is going to do what CM Punk wants to do. He's going to say what he wants to say, you know. And I saw a really great comment where it was like, because I think it was Cornette that was like, "You're letting the inmates run the asylum." Then somebody comments is like, "Well, it's the warden letting the inmates run the asylum." So Tony, if this is really something that's a big deal, I know he doesn't want to lose CM Punk. CM Punk is money. CM Punk draws the crowds, you know? And if we're building towards All In, which is next Sunday, you know, you don't want to shit on your top guy right now, which is crappy for a lot of them, because I think Hangman Adam Page is awesome. I think Hangman Adam Page is a real he's talented. He's got it in the ring, you know. I'm down with that cowboy shit, but CM Punk's comments on him being a peg warmer, basically, you know, that's why all his toys hang in the stores and stuff like that. And I will tell you now, that is not the case here in Flagstaff, because we suck to get figures. But I wanted to go get that Hangman Adam Page. There's one figure that I've been looking at for months. Has been on the peg, and now after these comments from CM Punk, I was like, I'm gonna go save that guy and put him in my collection just because I felt so bad. But you know, CM Punk, he's just taking shots, and this isn't building it towards any match from what I was reading and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, you know, Tony probably will not say anything. He'll probably be like, "Hey, man, just to let you know that wasn't cool." And he's going to be like, "And? Yeah, you're right. You know, yeah, Punk, you know, you're right. The whole reason we got Collision is because we can make CM, this is the CM Punk show." The comments was funny, you know, and it was funny. It's like, I don't understand if he's heel or if he's babyface in this whole real, in quotes, championship. MJF hasn't even addressed it. That's what I'm really like trying to understand, is like, you know, he hasn't even cut it in a promo. He hasn't even said throw some shade towards it. Like, I don't understand why this guy's calling himself the real champion, because I got the triple B here, you know, but nothing. So I'm just guessing now this is the quote unquote real AEW championship with the X on it in just Collision's world. Not outside of it, just inside Collision's world. But Punk's going to be Punk, and more is going to happen. He's going to say more and more things, and we're just here for the ride and here to watch the juiciness of it. But we start the show off with the AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta. It delivered. Orange Cassidy for the win, but man, these two battled it out. I was really looking forward to this match, and I was really happy that we started the match. We started the show with this match. Sorry. And then all of a sudden, you know, Blackpool Combat Club comes out during the match, you know, and they attack, and the Best Friends live, and then the Lucha Bros come out, and Eddie Kingston comes out, setting this whole thing up after a great match, after my blood is pumping, and I'm like, yeah! After everything, we're going to get a stadium stampede match at All In London. Holy shit. I mean, it's going to be Eddie Kingston, the Lucha Bros, and the Best Friends with Orange Cassidy against Blackpool Combat Club, and whoever they can find. And you know, and Eddie Kingston's like, we're going to do this in Wembley Stadium, a stadium stampede match, and not All In. And tonight, They didn't even promote Rampage. We didn't even get any matches for Collision. It was all about building All In because we got 11 days or whatever to go. So we're rocking now, and we're gonna build this card. And then that's what's fucking crazy is in a couple weeks we got All Out. So you're packing All In, and then we still got to build to All Out. I really felt like maybe All Out should have been pushed to the end of September. You know, like you can build a month from there, but no, it's going to be back to back, and we got storylines we're trying to build here. So, and this one was big. Stadium Stampede All In. Next up was Kenny Omega with Jim Ross. You can't choose your family. Uncle Don has betrayed him, and Kenny Omega was supposed to say what was going to happen, but we already know what's going to happen. It's going to be Ibushi, Omega, Hangman versus Bullet Club Gold with Takeshita, because what happens during this interview, Don comes out, he's like, I'm worried about your mental state, blah, blah, but here comes Juice, and here comes Takeshita, then, you know, Jay's there, and they're beating up Kenny Omega, and my favorite part about this is good old Jim Ross, just standing there, not even a peep of like, hey, you guys, knock it off. Don't do that. Security. He's just like, I'm here watching this beatdown. You know, I don't know why I found it so funny, but I was like, all right, that's cool, man. You're just going to watch this poor dude get his ass kicked. Then we have a Hangman Adam Page promo. He's outside the hospital. You know, he's drinking a beer. He's doing that cowboy shit. And he's just like, hey, you know, he sets up the match that I just said, Ibushi, Omega, Hangman, Bullet Club Gold, and Takeshita at All In, and he says, we're going to, you know, Kenny Omega has friends, you know, and I'm going to be here, and we're the Golden Elite and everything, we're going to kick your ass at All In. We get a FTW Championship promo from Jack Perry, and he talks about next week he's going to retire the championship, and my favorite part is right when that package was over, Taz goes, what did he say? Then we have Chris Jericho with Don in the ring. Don starts it off by saying like, hey, I want to bring my best friend out there, blah, blah, blah. And I will say this segment was really fucking stupid until the end. The painting with him holding Jericho's head, and, you know, because Jericho joins him. Then he's like, wait, hey, what randomly is that picture over there? We didn't look at it at all. I knew, you know, and for some reason Don was like, oh, no, I don't want you to see that. No, it's Jericho, Don holding Jericho's head. And I'm like, well, why was it in the ring in the first place? You know, like, the intent was to show him. I don't know, the execution of that was just really stupid. But the best part about this is Takeshita attacks. Then we get Will Ospreay. Out of nowhere, I saw the headline before I saw the show. It's going to be Jericho and Will Ospreay at All In. I was like, damn, that's a big match. That's a huge match. That's a match we've been waiting for, you know. And but Sammy Guevara coming to the rescue after this beatdown. Jericho got beat down. Sammy was there with the chair. He was there with the chair. He was gonna help his friend Jericho, his mentor, you know. I don't know what that was. It's just one of those things where I was just like, Sammy, huh? You know, the rest of JAS walked away, but Sammy's still there. But what's Sammy's play? Next up, the Gates of Agony versus Nick Wayne and Darby Allin. Really great match. Nick Wayne's really fun to watch. These two took it to the Gates of Agony, but they beat the Gates of Agony, which I was like, oh shit. And then we got Joker. We had AR Fox and Swerve come out. Then we had Joker Sting on the camera, and he's like, I'm making movies, guys, and I need a lead man. You know, and he's got Prince Nana. I was like, no, not Prince Nana. No, you know, and Swerve and AR Fox go to save him, and Joker Sting is doing his thing. And this was one of the runs I never really watched. I wasn't a big TNA guy. I tuned in all the time, but I never got into the Joker Sting character. And now that I've gone back and did some research on that, I was just like, this is some great shit. Like there's a lot. There's one where he's in the office and he's got something in the cage and he comes in and all of them like, well, because he was standing in the corner the whole time. I don't know. Joker Sting is something that you all, if you don't know Joker Sting, you should go through the interwebs and just type it into YouTube and you'll get a whole bunch of stuff that's going to come up. Next up was MJF and Adam Cole, bro, Chacho prep work so they can face Aussie Open. And I felt like this was a little on the nose of them being Australian. MJF's like, hey, Adam, I'm taking you, to we got to do some study work on Aussie Open. And he's like, I'm taking you to Outback Steakhouse. Adam Cole's excited. He goes, I love Outback Steakhouse. Great montage. The blooming onions. MJF comes out. He goes, I don't know how we're going to beat him because Outback Steakhouse is awesome. The blooming onions, Then they go the crocodile hunting, causing double close. Oh, wait. Sorry. Before that, I skipped on my notes here. For some reason, just in order to beat Aussie Open, Adam Cole's like, I bought Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2, on DVD of all things. Says we can watch this and study it so we can understand Aussie Open. And then MJF is like, no, I got something better. Pulls out his phone. It's kangaroos fighting, and he's like, he's like kangaroo kicks. And Adam's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This shit is entertaining as fuck. This was entertaining, but I was like, it's a little on the nose about the Aussies thing. Then they do a double clothesline, and they're going crocodile hunt. And they even do the crikey and all this and that. Then they get in trouble and they go to Tony's office. My favorite part about this is I don't think it was Tony yelling. That did not sound like Tony's voice in the loud, like, and they come out. And he's like, yeah, well, and then MJ's like, hey, he's going to regret that come 2024, with his contract. And Tony goes, what'd you say? He's like, nothing. No. And he walks off. And Adam's like, ooh, he's like, shut up. I would have said something. And, of course, Roderick Strong is in the background as usual, and the Kingdom's there, but next up, they roll up. They roll up in a really nice car, and we have an Adam Cole and MJF face-off promo hyping their match, also hyping the fact that they're going to go for the Ring of Honor championships. But this was really good. Like, Adam Cole spoke his soul. MJF came from the bottom of his heart. And after everything was said and done, they're going to face each other. And brochacho or not, it's going to be a match. But Aussie Open attacks, which I really liked. So Aussie Open attacks, but they... MJF and Adam Cole got the best of them. Adam Cole looked like he was going to hit MJF, but no, and they hugged it out. So I really feel like this is like an early picks and prediction. The match between Aussie Open and Adam Cole and MJF is where Adam Cole turns on MJF. That will set the whole stage for the main event and the hatred that's going to be building to that main event starting on 0 hour. So... But we'll get into picks and predictions next week before the show. Next up, Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match between Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett. All I was thinking of was Jim Cornette in my head. What kind of chicken shit patty is this? What kind of chicken shit patty shit is this? The whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this is bizarre. You got, it's a mess. You got, Karen's there helping. You got Singh, you got Sanjay, you got Matt, you got Paige, you got Zay, you got, Lethal, all this stuff going on, wearing, they would sing in, what do you call that? Overalls, and they got, Jeff gets in the ring and he goes in the back and the lights are all spooky. There's weapons on the wall, and that's where they attack, and then there's blood, and then all of a fucking sudden, here comes Leatherface to scare Karen out. I was like, what is, and I thought the Leatherface spot was bizarre upon itself, but, and I was like, okay, so this is how Jeff Hardy's going to win. No, Jeff Jarrett wins this match with the help of his boys and stuff like that. But man, I was sitting there and my daughter's like, what the hell's going on? I was like, I don't even know. This was a hot mess of just whatever this was to promote a video game. And this was the most bizarre thing I've ever fucking seen, man. I was like, there's too much going on. And all I thought was like, I can't wait to hear Jim Cornette talk about this match because there's a lot. And that Leatherface looked terrible, but, whatever. It was promotion. I hope they got a lot of money to plug that game. But we have Renee and Chris Jericho backstage, and Jericho says, you and me, Will Ospreay, got all in, and now it's all set. That's it. That's all there. The Bunny with Penelope outside versus Britt Baker. Winner goes to All In, and I already knew it. Britt Baker was going to win this match. I was like, there's no way no offense to the bunny, but she's been gone for a minute and she hasn't been in the ring for a minute, and you're not going to give her that opportunity to go to All In. It's going to be Britt Baker. Now we got Sheeta, we got Baker, we got Storm, and we got Saraya. Yeah, I was like, that's good on paper. And I'm sorry for the bunny to be caught in the crosshair of this, man. Then I'm like, man, there's so much going on to this point. We got the Acclaimed coming out versus the Bald Dudes, Squash Gang, Psych, House of Black, and this is where I knew that there was just too much going on in the show, because the House of Black come in and they steal the boots of Billy's boots. I'm like, what the fuck is the House of Black? Like, what is their thing about stealing other people's clothing? Stealing a mask and now stealing boots? Is Billy gonna come back and be like, where's my boots? I need my boots. I can't be Billy Boots without my boots. So they steal his boots, and then commentary's like, yo, we got to get everything back in order right now. We still have our main event to come, the Guns Young Bucks. They give him 10 minutes, and this reminded me of the first All In. They ran a little bit longer than they should, and then the Young Bucks main event, and they rushed that match so much. This one, where I liked, was the Guns come out, they do their the Guns have the best entrance ever for a tag team. No offense to the Young Bucks, they do too, but just the way they're standing and their music is going on, and then the water pew, 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 pew. Bang bang gang, baby, bang bang gang. But then here comes Young Bucks. They super kicked them. Boom, we're starting this match, going back and forth. We got a commercial break, and it's going. Young Bucks. Then I was like, okay, man, that was fun. That was a quick, fun match. They took chicken shit and made it into chicken salad with this match. But then Bullet Club Gold attacks. Then FTR comes out. Then FTR is going to win then, but it's a standoff between Young Bucks and FTR. So much going on in one show. Oh, fucking wrestling orgasm from top to bottom. My match of the night was Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta. Second match of the night was the Guns and the Young Bucks, because they took that little amount of time. Gates of Agony versus Nick Wayne, Darby Allin, that was awesome as well. But man, this was a really packed show, and I honestly give it a 5 out of 5, even with that crazy shit of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match. That shit was crazy, y'all. All right. 5 out of 5 for AEW's Dynamite, August 16th, 2023. Tony Taz Excalibur. We're in Nashville. And that's it. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast and get yourself that sweet nWp logo. Okay? Created by Penta X. And that's it. That's all. And remember, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Will Ospreay. Wow. Don Callis.